Out we go.
Before you even throw the punches, your stance must be right as far as your pivot. Start off with your pivot, get on your pivot, and it's light. The jab goes like this. This is exactly how the jab goes. Jab.
Counterpunching. But overall, I have to say Crawford. If you go down the list and ask me about tactical advantages, most of them are Crawford.
Floyd Mayweather recently dropped in at Terence Crawford's training camp, where he offered key advice on how to beat Canelo Alvarez. Reflecting on his 2013 victory over Canelo, Mayweather shared strategies that helped him, when emphasizing speed, tight defense, and accurate counterpunching to expose Canelo's weaknesses. With Mayweather's seasoned insight, Crawford could gain a crucial advantage heading into what may be the most important fight of his career against the powerful Mexican champion.
You bring the hook with it. You can go to the body. Jab. Just double jab. Triple jab.
During a recent press event, Canelo Alvarez was blunt in his critique of Terence Crawford's resume. He claimed that Crawford hasn't yet faced truly elite competition. Canelo made it clear that he brings a level of experience and skill that Crawford has yet to encounter in the ring. His statement wasn't just confidence, it was a psychological how played at unsettling Crawford. Canelo's words serve as a reminder of his established legacy and the gap in high-level experience he believes exists between the two fighters.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
it's gonna be me.
I don't care about anybody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? Same everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Boxing analyst Max Kellerman offered an insightful comparison of the two fighters, highlighting Crawford's jab as one of the most effective weapons in boxing today. He observed that while Canelo once had a formidable jab, it has declined in sharpness. In contrast, Crawford's accuracy and speed give him a tactical edge. Kellerman pointed out that Crawford's ring IQ could pose serious challenges for Canelo, whose style is more reliant on raw strength and size. His analysis shows how technique and strategy might outweigh power in this clash.
Best jab.
Crawford.
Best defense.
Crawford. Nowadays, Crawford. I would say early in the fight, Canelo. And earlier in his career, Canelo. But he hasn't been that kind of fighter in recent years. Although Crawford is also hittable. With any fighter, when you talk about their defense, the question is not, can they be hit with a shot? You take punches. Everyone, the greatest defensive fighters ever get hit. Pernell Whitaker, Willie Pep, Floyd Mayweather, they all get hit. The question is, can you hit them with combinations? And both guys are hard to hit. With the two-piece, hard to hit.
So who has the best footwork out of the two?
In terms of cutting off the ring, last fight notwithstanding, Canelo has gotten much better at cutting off the ring. But, you know, early in his career, he had a problem with that and was much more comfortable counterpunching. But overall, I have to say Crawford. If you go down the list and ask me about tactical advantages, most of them are Crawford. What Canelo has is size. Size and, as a result, physical strength and punching power. Canelo also has a great chin. A great chin. But in terms of, if you want to go skill for skill, especially the recent version of Canelo, who's had to turn into a seek and destroy guy, who had to learn as his career went on to cut off the ring and not just follow guys around. Like Lara, Trout, Floyd, he followed those guys around. He had trouble because he's really a natural counterpuncher who wants you to come to him.
Nico Ali Walsh, the grandson of the legendary Muhammad Ali, has thrown his support behind Terence Crawford. He praised Crawford not only for his boxing skills, but also for his discipline and character. Nico sees Crawford as a complete fighter, someone who lives up to the greatness associated with boxing royalty. His endorsement reflects the widespread respect Crawford has earned, especially among those who carry the weight of boxing history in their names.
People with Canelo before Canelo's last fight, but then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight, and Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you sparred any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But you know, I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything you know, he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades.
Canelo Alvarez has acknowledged Terence Crawford's skills with a respectful and professional tone. He noted that when elite fighters compete, weight classes become less of a barrier, as true champions learn to adapt across divisions. Canelo faced that he's preparing with maximum focus and intensity, understanding that beating Crawford will require more than physical advantage. His remarks show a deep respect for Crawford's abilities and a recognition that this fight will demand his best form, both mentally and physically.
Smaller guy, and why do I need to fight this guy? For you, what changed? Tell me about the moment where you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll do this. This sounds like a good idea.
If you're thinking about it, look how big turns this fight. It's a big fight. No, that's why it made me change. But you know, I've been in his situation before, jumping weight classes, and when you're a good fighter, that doesn't matter. So I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on training very hard because Crawford is a very good fighter.
Yeah, tell me about your experience with that, because now it's reverse. He's coming up in weight. What could be dangerous? What aren't we seeing that maybe you see in this fight?
No, everything. He's a good fighter. Obviously, I know that, and I need to be careful. I need to be careful in everything.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult offered a well-rounded analysis of the upcoming bout. He praised Canelo's physical strength and disciplined training, highlighting how these factors contribute to his dominance. At the same time, he gave credit to Crawford's unique skill set, particularly his wrestling foundation, which adds depth to his defensive and offensive tactics. While Showbiz respects both fighters, he ultimately believes that Canelo's experience and natural size could give him a slight edge.
And Canelo uses his legs, he uses his core, and then his neck itself to lift up Bivol like Bivol was a featherweight. That is a huge representation of how strong Canelo is. When you look at his workouts, you can tell why he was able to do that. All these damn neck exercises that I wouldn't dare do. Okay, that stuff looks painful. The squatting and all that stuff that he's doing is exactly why Canelo Alvarez, honestly, is a strong fighter. He tried to do it again with William Skull. William Skull shook out of it, but he is a bull. Listen, Terence Bud Crawford is strong. He is, okay? And he understands leverage, and he understands those things because he wrestled. Honestly, very true. But Saul Canelo Alvarez is also extremely strong. Now, let me know how you feel in the comments below. We in the zone, war room.
Heavyweight boxer Jarrell Miller shared his personal hopes, saying he's rooting for Crawford to come out on top. He highlighted Crawford's hunger, drive, and focus as key reasons why he could win, despite being the smaller fighter. Miller downplayed concerns about size, insisting that determination and a strong mindset often make all the difference. His perspective champions the idea that heart and grit can overcome physical disadvantages in major fights.
Crawford, huge fight September 13th. Who do you think's going to win that?
I'm pulling for Crawford in this one. I think people was underestimating his strength right now and his size. And I think he's a little more hungry than Canelo. So let's see though, but I like both guys, but I'm more a little closer to Crawford, so I want to see Crawford can take it.
Multiple analysts have emphasized just how crucial Crawford's strategy will be in this high-stakes showdown. This fight is more than just another test, it's a career-defining opportunity that could place Crawford among the sport's all-time greats. Teeting a dominant champion like Canelo would silence critics and cement his legacy. To pull it off, Crawford will need to be extremely calculated, relying on intelligence, patience, and adaptability while minimizing risks at every turn.